Okay, you guys, I tried to go live on my computer, and the computer sound was apparently not working, which is just fantastic. But rather than, burn down the house, we're just going to start over. We're going to do a different way. We're going to do this all differently. I'm Lori. I'm with the Goodbye Good Girl Project. And I'm here to help you break out. I'm just here to, could we just be real? Could we get real for a second? Could we get real forever? Would that be okay? You want to get visible? Let's get visible. Let's be actually out there in the world going, here's who I am. And if you don't like it, that's okay. I don't have to hate you for it. I don't have to fight you for it. I just have to be me. I was explaining to somebody how I communicate with other people. Hi, Devin, honey. I was explaining to somebody how I communicate with people who are not like me. People who, my favorite example is that of a university professor. I grew up with university professors. My parents were university professors. I loved them. They were awesome in their ways and screwed up in their ways, just like everybody is. But when I worked for a university in California, and I had to go talk to this guy who thought he was all that, then I knew I had to get through to him without getting into some kind of a fight, without making him feel I didn't respect him, and without me giving up me. This is where acting is so freaking helpful. It's so helpful. Because you can do things like I did, pull back your energy, fold your hands in your lap so that this person can interpret that as, oh, she's not a threat, right? And then you have I laid down the drawbridge so we could have a conversation. You can tell me that's manipulation. I don't mind. Because what it really is I know my intention is not to manipulate people into doing what I want them to do. My intention is to manipulate the situation into such a way that we have a lower drawbridge where we can both communicate. That's what I want. I want to be able to communicate. I want us to be able to have a conversation where you go, I don't agree with you, and I go, I don't agree with you, and we go, that's okay. Let's explore it, or let's not. Like, I don't want to do this right now, and you leave. It's all okay. I'm Lori. I'm with the Goodbye Good Girl Project, and tonight, in a couple of hours, at 7 p.m. Eastern, I'm having My People party, where I'm going to do tarot readings for people, and we're going to talk. We're going to be able to communicate together about all the things that we know in these incredibly changing times, and it's going to be really fun. So we're going to get visible together. Now, what I need to know is, can you hear me? Can you hear me? Because I'm seeing names of people that I know, and then it's not showing that they're showing up in the room here. So I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's happening. But if nobody's here, I think I'll just take this time for myself and I'll go, because if there's two TikToks that I've tried and neither one of them can be heard, is there a point? Can you hear me? Please tell me if you can hear me. Can you hear me? Yes? No? Can you hear me? My sound seems to be having a fit, and I just want to know, since there's at least one person in here, if you can hear me. Put it in the chat if you can. Otherwise, I can't read for you. I can't do anything. You're going to have to tell me if you can hear me or not. Because if you can't hear me, if nobody can hear me, then I'm out of here. Today does not feel like the day to fight the internet gods. So can you hear me? And if you're sitting here and you're not saying that, you're not doing that, you're not putting that into the chat, why? Thank you. Yeah, get out. If you're not going to be helpful, bye-bye. It's uncommon courtesy. Okay? All right. I think this is a sign from the gods that today is not the day for TikTok. Okay, hold on. If Teresa's here, she'll tell me if she can. Can you guys hear me? Can you guys hear me? Hi, Teresa. Can you hear me? I need to know if my sound is working. So if you would put into the chat for me, yes or no, I can hear you. Can you hear me? Please tell me if you can hear me. Thank you very much. Thank you for the rescue. Hi, Arcile. Nice to meet you. Are you guys having a particularly bizarre day? Because I am. And I'm told that it's because of some astrological stuff that's going on starting today. So if you're feeling angry, if you're feeling exhausted, if you are kind of busy right now, I can't have a conversation with you, Arcile, about that. If you are, but thanks for asking. If you're having some serious, intense emotions, then know that this is astrological. In these 5 days, starting today, I think it's 5, it might be 7, we are under the astrological gun of something called an Aries stellium. And that is when you have 3 or more planets in one sign. And the sign is Aries. And Aries is a sign, I've just recently learned, which is all about fiery and starting from where you are. Yeah, I know. Oh, great. Exactly. So I've been having a pretty remarkable day in that I had my landlady and landlord over here, and usually they're difficult to deal with. Let's just put it that way. They tend to be really difficult for me to deal with, but they were lovely today. We were together for like 2 hours while they did a whole bunch of stuff around here, and it was great. And I'm like, thank you, God, because when they get mean, it's not pretty. But now I'm having other emotions. So it's like a flip. So there's stuff going on in the astrology of our world. So if you want to blame a mood on something, you can just use the phrase I use, which is the moon must be in stupid. Now, let's do a reading for the collective. What do we have to do? What do we do with this frickin' energy? What do we do with this frickin' energy? Well, first you make sure your phone doesn't fall down. And then, oh my God. If I didn't know better, I would think it was Mercury retrograde right now. So what we do with this is we keep frickin' going. Now, that doesn't mean you push yourself to death, okay? Please don't. Please don't do that. But do something very small. Do something, don't necessarily plan for something huge at the moment as far as doing it right now. But what I'm hearing is that right now we are in that beginner stage of something. So if you're feeling like there's something you want to start, there's something you want to begin, there's something you're wishing for, start planning. Don't jump into it the way I do. Like, I'm always jumping in the deep end. Don't do that if that's not your next step, your next right step. But do think about, okay, I really wish I could do this. Great. Take a frickin' step. I don't care what it is. You shouldn't care what it is. If it's looking something up on the internet, if it's working with AI to get an answer to something, if it's going to the library to research, do it. Thanks, Devin. So I don't know about you, but right now I am just out of sorts. Truly out of sorts. Okay. And I'm having my party in 2 hours. I'm having my people party, tarot and community, in 2 hours. You're all invited. Did you get the registration link? Thanks for the share, Teresa. Did you get the share link? Did you get the link, the registration link? This is a problem. I can't quite think. Oh my God. I guess I'm going to have to turn on the air conditioning. You'll check your email. Well, I don't know if it'll be in your email, Devin, or not. If you're on my, well, it should be. You got on my mail list at some point, I think. Anyway, I did send out an email. Okay, so let's see. What's going on? What's going on? What are we in the middle of? What's happening? What do we need to know? What do we need to know? I know that was way too many questions. What do we need to know right now? What do we need to know? As a human collective in this 5 to 7 day insanity, what do we need to know, to keep in mind? Okay. We've got the 8 of Cups. Sorry, it's at the 9. It's the 9 of Cups. And the 8 of Wands. Now, the 8 of Wands is, remember, the 8 of Wands is things moving incredibly quickly, and they are. In our world, things are moving incredibly quickly. The 9 of Cups is about happiness. And so try to remember where we feel some relief, where we feel some comfort. Give yourself some chocolate. Give yourself some time off. Give yourself, and I'm not talking about days and days. I'm marvelous. I'm just talking about, like, you take an hour, take 15 minutes, take a minute. It depends how severe your perseverance stuff is. Simply Joycey, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, so remember that right now things are moving at super, super speed energetically in our country and in our bodies. Okay? We are in the middle of an evolution. Amazing. It's just amazing. I have no idea, Hannah. I'm sorry. I don't know. I could never tell you that. I don't predict the future. I can tell you what you need to know, to think about, to get your power back around that, but I couldn't possibly predict the future, so I'm sorry, honey. I don't know. But I will tell you, hello, Abigail. I will tell you that putting all of your eggs in somebody else's basket without anything left for yourself is the very definition of disempowerment. And it's going to lead you to this. It's going to lead you to heartbreak. So, instead of asking, will they unblock me? You need to start asking some things like, is this relationship a good relationship for me? Do I feel strong in this relationship, or do I feel sort of weakened by this? What's the answer? What's the question? Simply Joycey, what do you mean? What's the answer? Somebody asked, was it you? Somebody asked me if somebody will unblock them and be their friend. Oh, that was you. Okay. I have no idea. My answer is I don't know, honey. I just don't know. What I want you to understand, though, is that when you think of things only in terms of one option, it's not going to go well. Thank you, Marvelous. That was well put. If the only solution you can see is I need this person to do this one thing, it's not going to work. I have exactly the same situation going on in my life. I have a friend who usually we see each other very frequently. We live very close to each other. And she has disappeared on me. She has frickin' ghosted me. And I've known this girl since we were in grade school, okay? I've known her for frickin' ever. Yeah, be a fool. Don't try to make things be the way you want them to be, because they're not going to be the way you want them to be. Why do we keep thinking things are going to be the way we want them to be? I know, it's because we like certainty. I know. And we're not wrong to like it, but I think we've been invited onto a roller coaster ride that we can't get off of now. I think this is who we are collectively now. We don't like it, but we've got a choice. We can either learn to ride that wave, or we can get tsunamied over by it. So anyway, with my friend, I wrote to her and I said, What I texted her, I said, have I done something to upset you? Because I had texted her previously and said, I miss you. And her answer was, hey, how are you? Yes, Anne. Yes, I am. And you know what, Anne? I have a party tonight, online party, and it is at 7 p.m. Eastern. And everybody's invited, and it's free, and it's from 7 to 8, and it's called a My People Party. And all you have to do is register and get the Zoom link, and then things are fabulous. So I'm going to put this here on the screen. Oh, I'm typing. Oh my God, that's hilarious. I'm typing on my computer when I'm doing TikTok on my phone. What? Okay. HTTPS. You're all invited to come to the party. It is only if you are a freaky person who actually really likes being a decent human, you love personal growth, you don't like suffering on your way there as an unnecessary amount, you like tarot, and you like community, because what I'm trying to do now is grow this community. And make it very real. We can actually meet each other and see what we look like. Because, I mean, you know what I look like. I don't have a clue what y'all look like. Okay, so here we go. Oops. MPP Tarot. Wow. Have I told you lately how much I loathe working on my phone? I need a laptop. Okay, so this that I just put in there, and I think I actually, yep, I typed it correctly. What a concept. You guys can register to come to the party in like an hour and a half. And we're going to sit around and you're going to ask questions and we're going to do a party. Now, the way that I read, I cannot predict your future. I will not look at your life from a place of, thank you, Marvelous. Thank you so much. I cannot look at your life from a place where you are the victim to it. I won't do it. I lived a lot of my life there, and it's absolutely not what you are here to do and be. Whoops. Sorry, guys. It's propped up on my laptop, and the laptop is propped up on my knee. This should be interesting. Okay, Anne. Oh, that's good. I was going to ask you. You can't tell if it's 2-foot drop or a precipice. Well, you know that old thing, who maybe somebody here knows, who said this thing about step to the edge of the cliff, he said, but I'm afraid, she said, and it's something about if you jump, you will either float or you'll be given wings to fly. And this is the life that I'm energetically, emotionally building for myself now. This is 180 degrees different from how I was raised. I was raised with the idea that one should be sure and safe and secure, but I also was raised with a mother dying of cancer. So talk about living in uncertainty. And I spent many, many decades trying to find certainty. And when I just completely ran out of the traditional ways because they just weren't working, and they washed me up on the beach of homelessness and poverty and mental illness and everything else, I went, okay, that ain't the answer. None of that stuff, none of that traditional stuff is going to be my answer. It's not going to work. Where's the answer? And I knew the only place I had left was me. That's what I knew. I knew I only had me. So I'm going to have to invest in finding, do you need to go to your email for a code? Did it not give you a way? Did it not show you the link? Because that sucks. If it didn't show you the link, let me just find a way to get the dang link to you right here. What is going on? I swear to, is it Mercury retrograde? Like, what is happening right now? Swear to God. I tried going live on Zoom on my laptop, and everybody came in and went, I can't hear you. There's no sound. I'm like, oh. Okay, let me get the link for you, babe. You did get the Zoom link, Devin? Excellent. I'm very pleased. But let me get it. Mercury's direct. I don't know what it is. Then it must be my energy and the way that it's impacted, the way that the Aries stellium is affecting me. And let me tell you something. Can I tell you something? Me saying stuff like that is so different. What do I know about astrology? Well, a little more every day, maybe, but nothing. But now I've learned an Aries stellium, 3 planets or more in one. Yep, it's the Aries stellium. 3 planets or more in one sign. And Aries is a sign of fire. So if you're feeling angry, that would be why. If you're feeling charged up about starting something, that would be why, because it started today, I believe. Oh, you do it professionally. Well, then can you please clue us in, Anne, about what is going on? Because honestly, today has been, I feel like the woman with 3 faces or something. It's very strange. Abigail, do you still not have the link? Because I'm going to find it here and I'm going to type it in. Aries is cardinal fire. Yeah, with my friend who I'm upset with, because I'm like, well, if I haven't done anything wrong, because I asked her, she said, no, you haven't. Then why are you not even contacting me for 2 months? I don't understand what's happening. Somebody help me here. All right, let me find Abigail's. Okay, Abigail, I'm going to reply to you with the actual meeting ID. So what you do, did it again. What you do is you go to zoom.us or Zoom on your phone, and then you say join a meeting, and you're going to type in this code. For those who are vision impaired, 885-4130-3604. Who's not telling me the truth? You have the email. Oh, good. Terrific. Marvelous. You are marvelous as ever. Thank you, darling. So since I'm all about being authentic and about being free to be us and about really the sacredness of every moment that we have on this earth, because even when it sucks, it's nothing that we're going to do forever. We have limited time on this planet, limited time in these bodies, limited time in our situations. And sometimes it sucks rocks and it hurts and it's grief and there's no password. There shouldn't be a password. No, there shouldn't be a password. You should just be able to. We're all out of patience right now. Oh, ruled by Mars. Oh, see, I have this. I want to text my friend and go, listen, bitch, if you're going to ghost me, you got to tell me if it's because you need some time to yourself. Oh, it ended up in your spam. Okay, good point. Check your spam. Not you. You just clued me in, but check your spam. Thank you, Paragon. I've been looking forward. I love doing these TikTok lives. I'm looking forward to my people party at 7 tonight in an hour and a half. And I'm also having this feeling inside like of a small child having a temper tantrum. And so I think that's okay. I think that's okay. I have to make room inside of Lori for that. Okay, in fact, let's read on something. All right. Interesting. This card came out, the 7 of Cups. It's like choice. It's choice of how you feel, who you are. Well, more how you feel. And really, that is what I teach, that you always have a choice around what you feel. It doesn't mean that you run screaming from the thing you feel that you don't like right now. You're quite funny when you have them. And you have emotions. Oh, my God. So where can we stand in relationship? All right, where can we stand in relationship? to our emotions when we're having like small meltdowns or large meltdowns. Seven of Swords. It is a matter of what you focus on. It is a matter of how your mind is processing. So where do we want to focus? Look, this guy is on the frickin' hunt. Look at him. He's not taking any prisoners. He's looking for somebody. He's looking for somebody to hurt. Seven of Swords. Seven of Swords. Sometimes there's no one answer, though. There's no one answer. Thank you, Anne. And that's the thing. It's like, who do you want to be? So if I feel the anger and I'm not yet ready to give it up, I also don't have to suffer. I did. I didn't see the other one. Oh, it's gone now, whatever it was. No, I just picked up one. Unless psychically I picked another one and you just saw it. I'll buy that. So if I am having this moment, the last thing I need to do is try to push it out, because it's going to make it worse. Oh, that's so great, Abigail. That makes me very happy. Thank you for saying that. Here's another card that wants to come out. So we can choose to suffer, or we can do something different, and it's not changing your mood. What? No, it's what relationship do you want to have with your mood? So for me, I decided I would share it, and we would look at it together. And I wouldn't be in victimhood to it, and I wouldn't be in resistance to it, and I would just make it the topic of conversation. And that gives me oxygen. Anytime you do that for yourself, it gives you oxygen between you and the thing you're feeling or thinking. Hello, James. Welcome. And that little bit of room, there's nothing I can do about that, Anne, but thank you for telling me. If somebody can tell me what that's about, let me know. I'm very fine, James, and we are talking about tarot and empowerment and all kinds of cool stuff. I'm Lori. I'm with the Goodbye Good Girl Project, and I want you to stop arguing for any limitations, because any limitation that you think you have, it's not yours. It's not yours. I had this incredible epiphany today. This is the coolest thing. I started writing a Substack thing about it. And it's this. If our job as spiritual aspirants, people aspiring to being one with our spirit, one with authenticity, one with all that is, if that is what we're after, what we've been taught to do is to argue with it, fight it, judge it, have a hissy fit with it, and everything else. What we've never been really taught to do is to be in relationship to it, to quote somebody else I don't know, invite it in, to have it, give it a cup of tea, go, let's have a conversation. What the hell's going on with you? Why are you in such a pissy mood? Like you would with a friend. What the hell's going on with you? Well, I want to be further. I don't even know. I'm just pissed. I just want things to be different. Okay, fine. What would you like to be different most of all? Oh God, me. I just want me to be different. You want you to be different. That's funny. Oh my God. Oh my God. Releasing but yeah. And so for me, releasing, if I do it wrong, then it's me trying to push it out. That just gives it more energy. So I can't do releasing by pushing it out. I have to give it room to move. Because when you give the energy of your emotion room to move, it will start to flow in a good direction. You guys were hearing music? Crazy. Crazy. Okay. So think about that. You look at your emotions and you go, I got to wrestle this thing to the ground. No, you don't. You have to give it some oxygen. That's one of the many things that really, really helps. So the epiphany that I had was our job, because, here, let me back this up. You know how it is when you just know you can do something? You just know, like you go to something, you like once I went to a filking session. This is folk music that is based on books, for fantasy books, and people make songs out of it and they do their guitar and stuff. And I went to one back in my very early 30s and I went, I could do that. I can do that. I could play the guitar. So I bought a guitar and I started taking lessons. But it wasn't anything magical. The magical part was that I went, I can do this. I knew it. I couldn't do it in that moment, but I knew. And you've had those moments, haven't you? We're like, I know I can do that. It is your consciousness when it clears that gives you the direction you need. Oh my God, are you really? I learned fingerstyle guitar from one of the creators of the way to write music in a fingerstyle way on the treble clef. It was very, very cool. Guitar is amazing. I want to learn more piano now. Okay. So our job... Oh my God. Yeah. Oh my, you must have done it in the days when you had to have, like, what is that big frickin' book you had to have and look through everything and whew, daggone. I forget what that book is called, but I couldn't figure it out. Our job is not to find out what's wrong with it. The ephemeris. Thank you. Yes, exactly. Our job is not to figure out what's wrong with you because there's nothing fundamentally wrong with you. In other words, even if something's wrong with you, you have a way to fix it because you're that magical. Your energy is that off the chain. You just have to understand where it is, what it is, and how to use it. That's not something they teach us in school, okay? Anne, I hear you. They don't teach you in school about consciousness. They don't teach you in school about how can I have my emotions feel safe, understand how to keep boundaries, know who to trust, how to test people to see if I can trust. Nobody teaches you that stuff. So we're doing it now. Okay, that's really interesting. I never heard of that, Abigail. Saving the hair from your brush and burning it at the end of the month to release whatever is limiting me. Try on the outfit of failure. Take it off. Oh, I love that. Consciousness could be a problem for the teachers. Can't have aware students now. So you know what that means our job is? Our job is not to be more worthy or any of that crap. Our job is to convince ourselves of what we already feel is real. Do you get that? It's like if I go, I believe that I am a co-creator of my life. I get the concept. I get that I have more power than I think I do. But if I look at my life and my mind and my emotions and I look at how I live or don't live and I see that it's not aligned, like if I had that real belief that I am a co-creator, I'd be co-creating some better shit than I'm doing right now. It doesn't mean you should think you're a failure. And yes, we are beta testing. It's brilliant. It doesn't mean you should go, God, I'm a failure. No, this is your raw data, you guys. This is what you're looking for. This is the stuff you need so that you can start to transmute and transform. And oh my God, you've been taught, we've all been taught to do it bass-ackwards completely. Completely. We've been taught to judge ourselves, shame ourselves, dislike ourselves, shame ourselves, all of this crap. It comes straight out of religion. It has come straight into our culture. Call it the Matrix. It's all bull, and you know it, but you don't know it. And what we all want to do is we all want to know it. We all want to live it. We all want to, like, thank you, Sassafras, for that. Yes, because that's what we want. We want to live it. We're tired of the dogma. God dang, I'm tired of going to workshops and hearing the same thing I already know, but then going home and having the same kind of internal life. I want a different internal life. Do you know that's where it all comes from? And here we are. We have been so enculturated, so brainwashed to believe that life is something that is completely out of our control. That if something bad happens in life, there's not a freaking thing that we can really do about it other than go to another expert, but never to yourself. Oh, I've got this illness. I have to go to this expert. Why can't you also go to yourself? Why can't you also have a talk with yourself, a talk with that body part, a talk with whatever? This happened to me when I was 28. I found this little brown spot between two toes on my right foot. My mother had passed 7 years earlier from cancer. So I immediately, of course, freaked out. And I was like, Jesus, what is this? I went to the doctor and she took a little snippet and she went, well, there are some abnormal cells in this. I would definitely get it removed. And I'm like, I'm freaking out. I go to another doctor. I go to a surgeon whose name, I swear to you, was Jimmy Stewart. If you're into movies, you know who that was. His name was James Stewart. Before I went to get the procedure, I sat in meditation with that part of my body. I brought that part of my body into my heart. I felt the fear. I was honest about the fear. I made room for it. I tried to be gentle to it. I didn't know really what I was doing, but you don't have to know what the hell you're doing. Just the kindness, the shift in energy is all you need. And I kept doing it and doing it and doing it until, I don't mean for hours, but every day, every evening I did it. I went to have the operation. Did the operation. Jimmy Stewart came back into the room and he goes, you're fine. There are no abnormal cells in that. We have the ability to impact our lives. We have the ability to shape our lives. We have not even understood that there is a surface, much less scratched it. Isn't that a better thing to focus on? Isn't it better to focus on where is my power? Where is my energetic power? Where is, that certainty that I have when I feel really focused on something I love, or when I'm focused on something that I swear to God, I know it. I know it to be truth with a capital frickin' T. I love that feeling. That feeling, it's like clean strength. It's like, oh, it's so good. It's so potent. It's so, if I were a guy, I'd have an erection. I mean, it's just like, it's just like you feel, oh my God, cool. I'd rather pursue that feeling. I'd rather see how can I align with that kind of clean, certain, loving feeling than I would, let me see what's wrong with me and try to fix it. And so I'm trying to explain from as many directions as I can how that can be done. Because your mind and my mind are so gorgeously complex. And you will stumble across yet another way in which you are believing that crazy thing you thought you fixed. Now, that doesn't mean that there's never complete healing. There is. There's transformation. There's transmutation. You betcha. Look it up on Google or AI. Tell them to give you a list of people who miraculously frickin' healed themselves, and you'll find them. And I'm one of them. If you don't know my story, I cured myself of 40 years of clinical depression. 40, in 5 days. 5 stinking days. With focus, with honesty of emotion, without pushing it away, and bringing in something else. Thank you, Sassafras. But if we never consider, if we keep staying on this paternalistic, pathological search for what's wrong so we can fix it, all we'll find is more stuff that's wrong because we're the ones creating it. I'm telling you, if we can create as bad as we feel, then we can create as good as we could feel. Oh my God, that's so cool, Abigail. You channeled healing. Tell us what that means. That sounds incredible. Wow. So you guys, I'm having my people tarot party, tarot and community party in a little bit over an hour. So if you are interested in tarot and you're interested in being part of this community, then let's come together. Let's come together right now. Yeah. What song was that from the 60s? Great song. So, what do we need right now? What do we need right now as a collective? We need to allow. Oh, that would be awesome. What do we need right now as a collective? Ordinarily, I'd say save your money. That's not what it means. Page of Pentacles. Let me feel into this one for us. We need to be starting new things. We need to be starting the new things. I think that goes along with the Aries stellium. Yep. Yeah, I cannot predict anything. I don't care if you're going to get back with your boyfriend. I really don't care. It's none of my business. Do you know what I mean? It's none of my business. And I am not the God. Tarot is great for getting insight on where you stand in relationship to you. And the hardest thing that we can do, and the most important thing that I feel I can do, is become as close and interactive with my own true self as I can, and share me. Their energy with a like it's like water coming up against a dam, right, Anne? But they're not stupid questions. They're just truncated questions. They're just truncated questions because until our consciousness is opened to get that we're not victims to our lives, we're still going to ask questions like, am I going to? Will I get this? Can I do that? Because we still feel powerless. So I understand the desire to ask the questions that way. And so that's not something that if you go ask a reader, am I going to get back with my boyfriend? And the reader's like, I don't have a clue. Then, take that as a good thing because they're not trying to tell you what your possibilities are. Right. And there are a lot of people, I mean, this is the evolution we're in. We're going from the consciousness of Pisces, the age of Pisces, which is the age of let me have faith in something bigger than me, and I'm not even a part of the room, to the age of Aquarius, where I'm part of what creates the room. I'm part of that energy, and I can do it consciously. And so I have to want that. I have to want that if I'm going to learn that. So start something. Start something, you guys. In fact, this My People party is beautifully, beautifully planned, although I didn't plan it at all. I just got on yesterday on TikTok Live. Went, okay, I'm gonna have a My People party. And it's gonna be about tarot and community. You know. Subtle for some and sledgehammer for others, and all kinds of kitchen implementation instruments in between, based on the person. For those of us who are particularly sensitive to one or another degree, this is a bit of, a shakeup, but it's not the kind of shakeup that shakes you off your feet. And oh my God, it used to take nothing to shake me off my feet, and I know there are plenty of people still in that position. So my understanding of energy is spirit guides armed with bazookas. Subtle shifts can bring on the spirit guides armed with bazookas. God. Let me write this down somewhere, because I need to start keeping track of things that people say that just sound like t-shirts to me. We gotta make a t-shirt thing, you guys. We gotta do a whole t-shirt business and get rich. Doesn't that sound good? That is so good. Subtle shifts can bring on the spirit guides armed with bazookas. Yeah, and you know what? I think it's more like it's Ganesha, the elephant-faced god of the Hindu religion, philosophy, whatever. Because Ganesha is always standing there at the door going, not this way. No, not this way. You have to go that way. Or this way. No. And you're like, but I want to go through the door, Ganesha. No. No, you really don't. You don't know it, but you really don't want to go through that door. That's just absolutely brilliant. So I can't use that for because it's yours and your sister's. I can't use it for my t-shirt business. Okay, that's all right. That's really cool. Let me just put your name next to that so I know not to use it. Okay. So what else is happening in our world? Let's see. I'm going to get 2 this time, Anne. What do you want to do? Do you want to stay where you are? Do you want to stay right where you are and hope that things balance out and it becomes familiar again? Because it's not going to happen that way. Or do you want to start figuring out how to balance, how to start to move a little with the new dance tune that is our country? It's not like we have a choice. Because if you try sticking with the old, you're just going to be miserable, and I'm sorry for you, but I'm also not going to be at your party. I already did my time in that purgatory, and I'm not there anymore. Oh my God, I love where I am now. I just want more, but I keep being reminded in the last few days, especially, of something that I heard in a Stephen Levine workshop. He and his wife Andrea used to work with incredible meditations with people who were terminally ill, people who were dying. And one of their things was, it's okay to have desires, just hold them lightly. And holding them lightly that's its own sort of challenge, isn't it? But we're leaving the known shore. I'm sorry, but the ship has left the shore. It just has. So since that is the 5, 6 of swords, because swords are about ideas and mental stuff, I'm going to ask you, what is it that you're thinking of these days? What are you thinking about these days? What are you generally cogitating on when it comes to what you would like to step into? What would you like to step into? Yeah, I get you, Anne. So I want to just enjoy the ever-loving F out of my life. And so that's my mission right now. And that means, see, I would have gone swimming this afternoon. I would have gone swimming at 3 p.m. But my back was killing me. And I said, I should probably go to the to the doctor or whatever. I should go to the ortho Cincy clinic, blah, blah, blah. I get out on the road and traffic jams. It's 3:30 now. It's rush hour. I'm like, forget this. And I come home. So then I'm pissed off. Now I understand why I was pissed off. If I had fought with that emotion all night, that wouldn't have done me nearly as much good as coming on here, talking to you about absolutely something that's not even attached to it, and going, oh, that's why I was pissed off. And I want to get beyond even the judgment of what I did or didn't accomplish, did or didn't do, whatever. I want to get beyond that. I want to go, God, look at that. That was crazy. I got in my car. I got out there. I felt really a little bit unsafe somehow. And then I get up into a traffic jam. I'm like, hell no. And I got off the highway. Isn't that fascinating? Hey, Susie. Le Petit Prince. Oh, yes, ma'am. Bonjour, bonsoir. Bon après-midi. Mademoiselle Susie. Thank you for joining. Yeah, this is an intense time in our lives. And these next, what is it? Is it 5 days, Anne? Or is it 7? That this stellium thing is going to impact us. I didn't even used to believe in this stuff. I didn't even used to believe, or at least it wasn't let me put it this way. I was always fascinated with astrology, but I didn't understand any of it. And since I couldn't feel the difference, it didn't matter to me. I'm like, yeah, okay, whatever. Merci bien. Excuse me. And then I started to feel the energy shifts. Like 2 summers ago, my entire inside started to speed up. Not unpleasant, but it was for sure, it was real. Oh, they're going to be here a while. Okay. This is generational. Oh, you don't have to be quiet, Susie. Not in this room. No, we're going to be having a virtual party tonight in an hour. Tarot and community. It's called a My People party. And if somebody could drop the link in the chat for me, that would be pretty sweet. See, I'm tired of suffering my life. I've been tired of it for a long time. Thank you, Devin. You sweetheart. And so now I'm trying to, and I am turning the dang page every way that I find in each miraculous, weird, crazy ass day, in terms of how I respond to my own reactions. Because it's not the old thing of, am I right, am I wrong, am I good, am I bad, am I black, am I white? It's not that stuff. It just is. It's completely outside of that. It's what do I feel? It's self-reflection. It's self-awareness and fascination. Knowing that you don't know squat. Okay? You don't know anything. We don't know anything. Do you understand what I'm saying? We understand a hell of a lot here, but we don't know anything. Come on. And that's what you want. That's what I want you to want. I want you to be so freaking done. How do you label what, sweetie? Dusty puppy. How do you label what, babe? Oh, happy birthday, Susie. I want to show you my cat because he's beautiful. Hold on. The feelings, what you're feeling, and labeling it. What is it that I'm feeling? If you cannot, okay, so it depends. Isn't he lovely? Yeah. Thank you. It depends on where you, what kind of vibrational being you are, and where you are in your journey. But here's the deal. When I'm feeling something, if I don't have a label for it, I still want to feel what it feels like in my body. Because if it's something I don't like, then, and I just ignore it because I can't label it, that's not helping. It's still going to stick around. It's not going to go anywhere. It's not going to be moving. It's still there because now it has a label that I've put on it of, I don't want that, right? I put a label on there of like, I don't want this crap. And what that does is it puts you into opposition to what you're feeling. And when you're in opposition to what you're feeling, and that's all you're feeling is the opposition, if that's all you're feeling and you're not letting any other feeling in, you are energetically creating more resistance for it to push against, which means it gets stronger. So it's not so much about the labeling. If labeling helps, use labeling. Because the point is not how, it's what. Do you want, it's, then the what is how do you want to feel better? The what is, do you realize that when you feel better, your life goes better? Do you understand that basic fact? If you understand that basic fact of when I feel better, I do better. It's a big one because we are not aligned with that. We are aligned with when I do better, I will feel better. That's not how it works. It's just not how it works. So then how, oh, cool. So then if that being the case, if you can ride that idea, well, here, when you say label them, it's always negative, isn't it? There are very few happy ones that we're allowed to label. Love seems to be okay. Happiness seems to be okay, even though it really isn't okay for us. It's very hard for us to accept good fortune. Have you noticed? Fun, kind of okay. Laughter, that's okay. Laughing, that's okay. But when it comes to things like fulfillment and pride and amazement and wonder and things like that, they do not want you looking at that, please. No, you want to label all your stuff as bad stuff so you can avoid being with you. None of it's bad stuff. It's an energy that feels bad, and just part of it that feels bad is your judgment of it. But you can't stop judging it. That's too much work. Forget it. Don't even go there. Just go to the energy. Just go to the energy. What do I feel? I feel like crap. Why? Why? I don't know. I just feel like crap. Okay, well, what does it feel like in your body? Well, my freaking shoulders are tense now, and my stomach feels weird, and I can, like, I feel tension in my face, and I'm thinking they probably hate me now, and like so much stuff goes on inside of us, right? But instead of just going, well, I'm just going to ignore that. No, that's you. Let you in the room. Let you in the room. Because if you can let it in, offer it a seat and a cup of tea, Okay, I get that you're upset. What the hell is going on here? What's going on? Now, because you're talking to you, you know how to talk to you. You can start to learn if you don't. Okay, what the hell is going on right now with you? Why are you so upset? Well, I don't know, but I just am. No, it's okay. I get it. You're allowed to be upset. I'm cool with it. I really am. Because I've learned a lot over the last few years. You remember how I used to not want you? Oh, yeah, I remember how you used to not want me to have feelings. Yes, for decades. Yeah, I know. I'm sorry about that. I truly am. But I'm not that way anymore. You know that, right? Yep, I do. So why? What do you want? I want to know. I want to know what you need. Oh, you want to know what I need? Yeah, I want to know what you need. Well, nobody asks me that when I'm angry. I don't expect people to care when I'm angry. I'm not people, I'm you. Oh, that's true. What do I need? I need this. I need you to pay attention. I'm right here, babe. I can't leave the room anymore. Well, that's good. The whole nature of my relationship with this feeling has shifted. And you may say to yourself, or your brain may say to yourself, oh, well, that's not very important, or that's not very much, or so what? Because that's what I used to say. So what? I'm still going to go back to feeling crappy because I didn't understand that energetically we are building a new self. We're building a literal new brain by doing this stuff. We're literally rewiring our brains. When you rewire your brain, you can do things you couldn't do before. You're very welcome, Dusty Puppy. If you sit there and you are convinced in your life that it's just always going to be this way, that everything you've been taught are the only rules there are, you're in for a rough road. You've already been on the rough road. If you're going to make the party, you have to go. Okay, wait, that's another t-shirt. If you're going to make the party, you're going to have to go. Yeah. And when I'm talking about like feeling really angry or feeling really scared or feeling really... Oh, okay, you were? Oh, okay, well, go do some things. Okay. I'm still using that for a t-shirt. Go do some stuff. And we'll see you at 7. See you in, what is it, 40 minutes? 50 minutes? Something like that. 50. If you... Here's the favor. Thank you. Thank you. That's very kind. My mother taught me something. I don't know if this was part of the plan before we showed up here together. I adored my mother and she adored me. Still do. She still does. But she got cancer when I was 11 and she died when I was 21. And living with that, growing up with that, gave me such fear. I didn't know if I would come home one day and find that she was dead. That when you are 11 years old and that comes into your life, you just have, you don't have far to go with it. But what she taught, but I've taken the good stuff out of that, which is that I'm so appreciative of each moment. In all of its weirdness, in all of its grief, in all of its lunacy. And it's weird because it's not like if you're in grief, you're going to be enjoying it, right? But it is that you stop hating yourself for having a feeling. And that is a complete shift. It might even be transmutation. We all want stuff. I'm ready to be hired by somebody as a public speaker and paid at least $5,000. I'm ready. So if I don't get that phone call or that email today, does that mean that I failed? No. But I may have to convince myself of that now and again, right? We are marvelously complex people. Marvelously complex. So, I am going to I'm going to go try to get that freaking, what do you call it? That page, that lead page done in this marvelously created universe, which I love the double entendre on that one, marvelous. I want to get that landing page up so you guys, so not just you guys, but anybody who wants to come to the next version of Off the Hook, the next workshop, the 4-week workshop of Off the Hook, which gives us the experience of being more, doing more, feeling more, being brave in ways that don't feel like we're having to burn our own way out of it, out of our limitations. It's personal growth without the suffering. It's so cool. Let me tell you this one story, and then I'm going to go work on it. My friend Teresa came to the first one, to the first 4-week workshop, and she's a pretty well-behaved woman, always has been. You know, she grew up very traditionally, and etc. And she only got to come to 2 of the 4 sessions, but after we were done with the 4th session, a couple days later, she had to lead something, to lead a group or something at work, and she was very, very nervous about it. And it was going to be, and it was on Zoom. And as she got on to the Zoom, and she's thinking, this is going to be so awful. This is going to be, oh God, this is going to be terrible. It's going to be terrible. And suddenly something clicked for her. And as people started to come into the room, she sat up. She put her shoulders back. And she was reminded of how confidence feels. And she was now tuned in to a sense of confidence. The kind of confidence that's just, I'm okay. I know who I am. I can handle it. I'm good. There wasn't time for her brain to go, yeah, but you've never done this before. Yeah, you've never been here. But no, and she said the whole thing went great. So that's what the workshop's about. Okay. I'm going to get going, work on that freaking page, and I'm going to see you guys at 7 o'clock, which is 46 minutes from now. Love and Moxie. See you soon, okay? Nimble, are you coming to the party, baby? Are you coming to the party in 45 minutes? Do you know about it? Here, let me see if I can get this in here real quickly. Oh, crap, that's not it. Sorry. Let me try again. Let me try that again. Good. Bye. Good. Girl.com. My people party. We're doing tarot and community, you guys. So if you're into it, nope, it's on my Zoom. So if you go to that link I just gave, also check your spam. Be sure that when the Zoom link comes to you, it's coming to you, because some people are finding it in their spam. Okay. Okie dokie. So that's the deal. I'm going to go and get ready for that. And do you have that, Nimble? Are you good? I don't want to leave this. I don't want to close this if you can't end up seeing that link. Do you know what I'm saying? I wonder what I'm saying. I wish I still drank, but I don't. Well, I do once in a while, but not like I used to. Okay, guys. See you later. Love you.